Okay, so Walter, this is Danny, and you're looking at Kenny. Kenny Mondlin and I went to grammar school together all the way from when we were little kids up until we graduated from high school. And we're at our reunion, our 50th high school reunion, and Kenny just told a story about Abby Shawn. And so I asked Kenny to tell the story again for you, because you're friends with Abby, and I think you'll appreciate the story. So Kenny, here's Walter. Tell Walter the story.
Okay, hi Walter. Abby and I ended up in the same history class, and although I knew her as a child, I lived in the same little town and we'd say hello, I never really got to know her and sit down and talk to her until that period when we would sit in class and talk before the class began or after or even during the class. And I got to really appreciate Abby because she has the most wonderful sense of humor and this kind of infectious laugh when she laughs. But one of the other things I really loved about her is that she was one of the few people who really had what I call balls. We were in history class, and I was not a very good student, and of course Abby was, and she sat next to me. And every time the teacher, who fancied himself as very tough, he was the soccer coach, and he kind of prided himself in how big an ass he could be when he wanted to be an ass, every time he would ask me a question and I was faltering a little or didn't know, Abby would write it down on a yellow legal pad she always had for notes and slide it to the edge of her desk so I could look at it. Well, one day, the teacher saw her do that, and he walked over, and he was one of these people who like to invade your private space, get within that one molecule separation that's yours, and he got right in her face, and he said, "You do that again, and you get thrown out of this class." And then he stood in front of her with his face right to hers, and turned toward me and asked me a question which I didn't know the answer to. And Abby took out her legal pad book, wrote down the answer, and stuck it right in front of my face. So that's the story. So I've always loved her for that, plus the fact that she has just a great sense of humor. So if you see her, say hello.